Hi everyone. Right, I'm really sorry I've been missing in action, but we did go for a mini break on Wednesday last week and I have put a video up about it, but just to give you a quick rundown for those of you who don't know, we arrived at the campsite on Wednesday. We would only stay until Saturday and we took the dogs, we set up, and by where we were was a lovely little stream called a beck, and we went along the side of the beck, and unfortunately we picked the wrong side to go on because it had narrow paths. They were only about 2 foot wide, then it'd go out to 6 foot, something like that, then go in again, but it was up and down as well, whereas the opposite side of the beck was flat or flatter, so we would have been better off on the other side, but we didn't know this and there was nobody around to ask anything. So Raymond has fallen. He said he felt himself go to the right, which he'd have landed in the bushes. That'd have been great, but instead he kind of like, he thinks he's overcompensated when he stood up from leaning to the right and gone left and gone straight down a 5 foot back, 5 foot drop. There was no, you know, shimmering down a bank or anything like that. It was a literal literally a drop, a 5 foot drop, and he landed on his side onto rocks, and I ain't kidding, these rocks were as big as footballs. There was about 9 inches of water, which helped because otherwise he could have really, he could have killed himself. It's as simple as that. He kept hold of the dog Joey and actually took Joey with him, and I saw him fall. I heard him yell, so that's when he went over the side. And then I saw him hit the deck on the boulders, and honest God, the first thing I imagined was broken bones everywhere. It were bad. It looked worse than what it was actually. But he has broken his right foot, his right ankle, and his left wrist. He had quite a deep laceration to the elbow, and it looked like something had gone in it. You know, like it had gone, something like that was sticking up, and he dropped onto it, so it was quite deep, which I managed to get cleaned out and that. And unfortunately, he can't walk with sticks or anything because he can't put the pressure on any walking sticks because of his left hand. And he can't walk on his right foot. So he's in a bit of a bad way. He's got some bad bruises and some lacerations to his left arm. But he's fine. He didn't hit his head at all. He doesn't know how he managed to hit his to break his right ankle, but what we think he's done is, as he's dropped over the edge, is hit the deck obviously with his left arm, but managed not to hurt his left leg, but then his right leg's come crashing down onto a rock, onto a boulder, and oh my God, all I saw was him hitting the deck, his one shoe flying off going down the bloody riverside, and the walking stick, because he always walks with a walking stick with the dogs, just mainly for the dog's protection if another dog comes near him, not because he needs to walk with one. And then all of a sudden, because Joey was on a long lead, he was the next one to go over the edge, because as Ray hit the deck, Joey was in the air. And he landed on his tummy and his chest. But thankfully they've got 4 legs, and he landed. He was okay. He's shocked, of course, himself. The dog, I mean. And Raymond's now feeling and realising how vulnerable he can be. Or vulnerable he is. Because now he can't do nothing at all. Can't walk. Can't get himself to the toilet. And his wife has now become nursemaid. But we're like that with them, aren't we? When they're incapacitated, we're like that, aren't we, with our men? We take over. But they do us sometimes, don't they? So we've got to give them credit. But if I don't laugh, I'm going to cry, because it was really upsetting, and I didn't like seeing it happen, because, you know, Raymond's not a young chappie anymore. And I don't know, you see things, you see other people, you know, people put videos up and things like that, but oh my God, my heart was in my mouth, I'll tell you. But anyway, so he has been in the hospital. He did stay in overnight. Tomorrow morning I take him down to the LGI hospital, not Jimmy's, the LGI, where he's having to have this cast that they put on reset to a hard one. It's only a soft one because, like they said, when he goes home he's going to have to be seen there. So they put a temporary one on for him and a splint on his wrist. And so that has to be re-x-rayed and sorted out tomorrow. But I'm going down to the doctors in the morning. I'm not going to ring them. Usually if you ring them at 8 o'clock you get an answer, but I'm not going to risk that. I'm going to go up from opening and I'm going to, you know, make sure that he gets transport because he needs, although I've got him a wheelchair, we can't get him into a wheelchair and we can't get him out of one. It's a nightmare. So they're going to have to come and pick him up and transport him to the hospital tomorrow to have this plaster reset, and hopefully he will be okay. But I will report back on that later on when I know what's what. But for now, I just wanted to share something with you. And thank you to everybody who's written well wishes and whatnot. But you know we appreciate it. But my mind's not been on any job, if you know what I mean, at the moment. I have a couple of orders here that I need to get out, and I will do it. I will do it. But I've got Joe coming in Tuesday to do the orders for me while I finish off all the other stuff that needs doing, and I obviously still have to look after Ray. But don't worry about your orders, please. Just bear with me. They will be with you shortly. But regarding the shop, I've had somebody look at the website, and there is like algorithms that's stopping people from viewing the shop, so they can't actually place an order. So I'm having that looked at. And the other thing is traffic is being stopped to my YouTube channel, so people can't see what I'm doing. They can't watch the videos I'm putting out. So it's all intent, isn't it? Purposely intent. So I'm getting that looked at, and I will be writing a report up and sending it to Google and YouTube, because YouTube is owned by Google. I'm not happy about it. I know they want to get rid of all the small businesses, but I'm not just going to give in and go away. I'm not. So I have no chance over any of them. I know that, but I'm not going to give up without a fight. So, please, if you can, I'm going to need it now because he's at, oh God. Oh, well, he's not working anymore. He's retired, hasn't he? But we need to keep the shop working. We need to keep the shop going. So if you can order, please do. You know, I need to get him some the old-fashioned crutches, because of the way he can't hold a modern-day crutch. But you know, the ones that used to sit under the arm and that. So I'm looking out for some of those. I have spotted some, and so I'm going to have to get him a pair of them. He needs his own wheelchair because he's going to be 6 to 8 weeks in a wheelchair, but I've had to borrow one. I could have rented one, but they're asking, I don't know how these old folk are doing it. I really don't. I think it's a rip-off. Sorry, I speak my mind and I say it as it is. And if that's what's holding me back with my website and my shop, so be it. At the end of the day, I will not give in to tyranny, and I will not give in to people ripping other people off. But like I say, it's they wanted £170 to hire transportation to get him from home to hospital, because I'd have to do it privately because the NHS hasn't got any available. And all them years he's worked since he was 15, he's 75, and they can't get him transportation. We'll get it. We'll get it tomorrow. I'll tell you that. I'll guarantee it. Because I won't roll over and just say, okay, sorry I bothered you. No, we've got rights, and I will fight to the death for that. So we'll get everything sorted for him. Sorry about it, but I know people just some people do roll over and just go, you know what, whatever. If you want to put me charges up, do it. If you want to do this, do it. If you want to do that, do it. And think, oh, we'll just go along with it because we're a bit scared of this, or we're scared of them telling us off, or scared of them doing something to us. I'm not. Never have been, never will be. And I am hell-bent on getting my rights. It's as simple as that. Having my rights. So people want to stick the head in the sand, so be it. You know, but it's people like me that'll be ending up helping people like them, because they haven't got it in them. They have, they're just too scared to, you know, act, and I'm not. Anyway, sorry about the little bit of a rant, but it just pisses me off, because £170 to get him, that's to get him to the hospital in a private one. You're ripping people off, whoever it is. Well, I could actually, I should mention it, who it is. But, no. And the site we were on, beautiful site, gorgeous place. But the woman that was on the desk was a nightmare. She did not give a shit about anything. She was in when you walked in the reception, it's beautiful. You'd think, oh my, it's going to be all pleasantries. And no, she was awful. So I'm putting in a complaint about her. Because when I asked her about an ambulance, so she went, what do you want us to do? Honest to God, if people know me, they'll know where I'm coming from. I don't take that shit. And nobody disrespects. If I don't disrespect them, they don't disrespect me. And I'm afraid she got a mouthful. Yeah. I wasn't happy with her at all. And first aid, it was shy. Thankfully, I had first aid when I was in school. When I did, you know, was working in school, I did first aid, and it doesn't leave you really. But hey, so there's a few things I've got to iron out, a couple of letters I've got to write, and I'll report back to you on that. Let's get to these. Christine, who's my doily lady, she contacted me today, said she's got a load of doilies in, did I want them? And I said, of course I do, don't be silly. And she actually, because Ray couldn't go pick them up, she brought them to me this time. And so I'm going to share some with you. But I mean, they're all beautiful. Honest to God, we're going to have some singular and some packs again in the shop. But I love these. What I do with these is I take that middle section out and use it. We put a pearl in the middle and use it on a project. These I cut out and use as leaves. But isn't that pretty? And I know you're going to go, no, no. But yes, look, I've done it. Just do it. Don't let anything stop you. Because I'm just going to share something with you. Even though I'm cutting that little flower out, and it'll go on a project at some point when I get back into doing the crafting. Let me just share this with you. That's beautiful with a nice little flat pearl. Oh, not even necessarily a flat pearl. Let's just have a look and get a pearl out. Let's have a look at this one. Where are we? I need to get the right size pearl. Look at that. On a project. It's gorgeous. So that's that. Okay. And then, like I say, I could also use that round the skirt for, you know, round a doll for a skirt. See how pretty that would look? But I just cut those out normally. So I got another one like that as well. So we get 3 more flowers out of that. These I love because I like this section. So what I generally do is I just cut, there's the odd pile, if you buy in a bundle, you probably get something like this. I'm not guaranteeing it because they've put all different ones in. The bundles consist of up to 20, no it's 20, I think it's 18 to 20, it depends on the size because you might get a mat. So that classes as, you know, 2. But it's usually 20 doilies from small, middle and large. And they're all mixed. You can all cut them up and use them somewhere. Use them on projects. You don't need to leave them as is. That's a nice flower, isn't it? And you can put that in the middle of that and then put a pearl in there. So that's why I keep those sort. This one again, We never waste the edges either, because they do for edging round pictures and things like that when I do those sort of things. And again, these I just cut here like this. So have a look, just go in and cut them off. Oops, that one. So I don't waste all the bits I cut off. When I'm ready to use it, I'll just trim that down how I want it. And this, look, see, you open that up, and again, you can just pop a little pearl in there. Cute. Looks like it was meant to be. And like I say, these do great edging, so I don't waste those. Again, those just doilies, plenty to make flowers with. There's lots of these in the parcels, you know. Oh well, we put as many in as we can. That's another one. So you might get this in your pack. You get quite a few doilies on them. Some are cream, some are white. Then you've got the tatting one. It's called tatting. So you cut these out and use them as borders on a book page or something like that. This one, I love these. I take these out and use them behind flowers in, like if I'm doing a patch or something like that. I like a bunch of grapes. You can have it either way. This one, I use these as leaves. Use that as leaves and use those in a flower. These we can cut out the butterflies because they're individual butterflies. And then use this in edging or to make a flower with. You can make a nice little flower if you take the butterflies out. So there's a couple of those. This one again, it's just pretty. Like if I took the middle of that out, that could be a nice skirt on a miniature doll or a dressing table. You know, to go around the edge of a dressing table. Or even a round table or something like that. There's loads you can do with them, loads. And these, if you get these, I know people go, oh God, what am I going to do with that? Great, they make fantastic leaves. Just cut them out as leaves. That's all you need to do. Same with this one. If you get this one in your parcel, just cut it out and use it as a leaf. For a flower or a patch. Okay? So like I say, please, if you can, drop by the shop. I'm going to be... I've got a few bits and pieces. I'm going to have to get Raymond now to help him. He was in a bad way, I have to say, unfortunately. But I'm going to have to get him something. Do you remember when we were going to get Julie the wedges so she could sleep upright? I'm going to have to do that with Ray. He needs something to rest his leg on so you can get like a leg rest. So I'm going to have to get him one of those. And a few other bits and pieces just to aid him so he can feel comfortable. And he's a typical old-fashioned man. Very private, very, what's the word? Stubborn, extremely stubborn. And, yeah. I am going to say it takes a good woman to know how to look after him, I'll tell you. Because nobody knows him but me. Nobody. They might think they know him, they don't. And, you know, he has his own ways and he's a stick in the mud and he's old-fashioned. It's as simple as that. But I like that about him. But anyway, look, see? You can make little flowers on to go on that. Make pins out of them and all sorts. So I'm just sharing that with you. Oh, and I like this one as well. I found this one. These I love. I take this off, use the doily somewhere, but then that then becomes, see, it's like that. Around a picture. You put a nice picture and edge it. 2 or 3 pictures. You'll probably get 3 pictures out of that. They're not too big. So that's it. Yeah, I've passed all your messages on to him. Thank you so much. Please visit the shop if you can. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. Some people were, but when YouTube and Google do their updates, it takes a lot of the subscribers off. And a lot of people are saying the same thing on the comment section. So, of the last video. So, just, if you can, resubscribe. Join if you can. It's $2.99 a month. And if not, that supports me. That's to support my work. And I'll get back into crafting. I mean, this, like I say, there's thousands of videos for you to sit and watch until I'm back up. But it's going to be another couple of days before I do any more videos. I've had to do this one because I need to give you an update. So many people asking. To be honest, I get a lot of private messages and emails, and it takes a lot out of me sitting there, you know, doing 100 emails a day or something like that, just for the same thing as How's Ray. You know what I mean? So I'm doing the video for that reason. And I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye for now.